Don't do that. Stop burping. Hi guys, and welcome to LizTalks. And today I'm going to be talking about young achievers. So I've got my son with me.
My name's Diego.
So guys, I'm just going to be asking my son a few questions on young people and achieving his own dreams and everything. So he'll be doing most of the talking today. I'm going to be listening. I'm going to add my own stuff in as well later. So yeah, guys, just make sure you drop any questions if you want to ask my son anything. You can also drop some questions down for myself. So yeah, guys, I'm going to just hand it over to my son Diego. So yeah, so tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us what you do.
Well, right now I'm in secondary school year 10, so I've been practicing for my GCSEs right now, and we've just been preparing for next year when I do my GCSEs. So I've been doing that lately, and outside of school, I'm a dancer. So I like to practice dancing and film some dance videos and stuff. My style is street dance, popping, and break dancing. So I started dancing from the age of 8, and got into a dance class where I basically started, and in 2016, and I've done a couple Christmas dance shows as well.
Sorry guys to interrupt you. If you've experienced any slow motions or poor internet, I am sort of streaming off my phone at the same time onto my PC, so forgive us if there's any interruptions. Sorry about that, Diego. Showing no data. Sorry, let me see if I'm picking up anything. Sorry guys. So yeah. Sorry, Terry, you can carry on.
Yeah, so I've had a couple Christmas shows where I've had to learn lines and dance as well. So I've mixed in acting and dancing. And acting is also another thing which I'm aspiring to be as well. Act, and did 2 plays at the end of it at around the summertime. And we basically learnt all the stuff to do with theatre and how everything's put up, costumes, and all that type of stuff. So I had that type of experience, which was really fun.
I mean, I know from your mom, so I know that from young, you wanted to do dancing and just go into the performing arts. Well, from young, I could see these little skills. Like, for example, I could see that you used to dance to music a lot every time I'm dancing in my bedroom. And you used to literally drop some beats when you were younger. And it just shows how much you started from a young age. And this was like 3, even younger than 3, even 2. And, you had rhythm. And, even down to the arty stuff, you were really good at doing arty stuff. So I knew what sort of direction you were going. I mean, tell us a bit about, I know that you developed a lot from school, doing school shows and doing outside school activities. But tell us a bit about your favourite parts. What made you want to do dancing the most? What gave you that encouragement?
I think the stuff which got me into dancing the most was mostly the rhythm of people dancing on like music videos and films like Step Up. And whenever I saw those moves, I'd always like trying to react it out. And the music was basically what made me like dance and stuff, because I enjoyed like the beats and the bass. So that's what really got me into dancing, because I'd see them on the screen and be like, oh, I want to be like them. So that's...
So talking about films inspired you. It's good that they've got a lot of dance films out there, like Step Up and Say The Last Dance. So most of these films that you were introduced to when you were young inspired you to do your dancing. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. So that's another thing as well. Was when I first joined my dance club, I got taken to the first show, and that's where I actually got to see it fully live, of people my age dancing. So that's what also inspired me.
Yeah. Okay. So what advice would you give to young people? You've been through a lot, and it took you a while to find your place into dancing, the right techniques, even down to acting. I mean, tell us a bit about that. What would you tell you?
That confidence by just like keep trying and stuff. So
that's true. Yeah.
The more you put yourself out there, the more confidence you end up getting.
Yeah. And I can relate to that as a mum as well. Just having that confidence to start out with in any career. So I agree with that as well.
Yeah. More advice would be to just keep speaking to your parents, your family and stuff about what you want to do, because your parents and your family are able to like find opportunities for you. Because with my acting, I managed to get an opportunity to become into a short film, just by asking that if they know any people who do acting or filming and stuff. So right now I'm in this short film which will soon come out, called Zoned Out. And I got to be an extra in that and meet other people. So I got the person who was the director of that was actually if you know the film Blue Story, it was actually Ratman's brother who I managed to meet, and Ratman.
That's good. That's a good opportunity. Yeah.
So that was like my opportunity to like work on something which wasn't theatre acting, and like could potentially like bring me out into the world of acting.
And that's good. I mean, I don't want to dismiss what you just said. That's brilliant. You had a good opportunity from family who introduced you to that. But how about for the young people out there who don't have family, or they don't have that kind of opportunity that you have? What would you say to them as well?
I'd say a good thing to do is, if you're at school or if you're at home, to maybe go online. Online you can find like events going on, or like shows and stuff, which can be free as well. There's a lot of free shows and events you can go to, and that's where you can like see those big people and like learn how to like get into that industry.
Okay. So you're saying basically for young people, do more research. Do your research, check online. But do you feel like there is a lot out there for young people to find? I mean, in my LizTalks videos earlier that I've done on this channel, I talked about youth centres closing down and things like that. Do you feel like there's enough for young people to just get that boost, that step up?
I feel like it's like up and down. I do feel like they need to start building more like youth centers and stuff. Because I know that back in like the 2000s or the 90s, there was a lot of youth centers, but there's not really that much out there. So a lot of kids my age and younger, there's not much to do outside. So I feel like if there was to build more like youth centers and more stuff for the youth, there'll be like, we'll have more kids being more productive and not doing like dangerous things and stuff.
Which is true, but it's also if the government can facilitate that, or if people are willing to join up and be there for the young people as well. And you know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise the kids out there as well, if we all chip in and help out. Do you feel that that will be a good opportunity for other people to help, really?
I feel like this, if you could like get how would I explain it? Like say like a community or something. I think it would be good like to have like places which are owned by the government which they're not really using. They could get some people or adults to try and like advertise a new like youth center. It could be in Birmingham or wherever you're from. And like the more like adults and stuff who advertise it and show it to their children, but also to make that youth center look appealing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes kids might not want to go to some event or like show because it's not appealing to them. So if they were to get like a youth center or something created by us, or get ideas from children and stuff like at schools, then that could like help bring more people there and like have more productive people, because it's thought of us by children themselves as well, not just by adults.
Yeah. And that's true. I feel like, talking to the young people about what they want is really important. That's something that I agree. Even when I was younger, not much, older adults, teachers and people like that ever asked us about what we wanted. Sometimes sometimes youth centres, we've dove it in and we've helped, and we created more stuff for young people, like dance groups and other activities when I was young, but not all the time we were asked to like build, say, a big project. So it'd be good to just get the young people's point of view, get them involved more and everything, and it'd be inspiring for other young people as well to join. So I hear that.
Yeah, because for me, I haven't really I've been to a couple events. I've never really been to a youth centre because of how they've closed some of them down. So if they create it in a space where it looks appealing and advertise it, then more people would come. So that's what I feel.
Okay. So I know that you talked about your dancing and everything. Is there any other talents you got hidden away Diego, that you want to share?
Um,
Is there anything that you're creative at? Anything like that?
well, I say another talent which I don't really tell that much people, but I'm into editing and digital stuff. So one of the things I first started out on was this game most people might know is Fortnite, which is a game where it's a battle royale game, but it also has a creative side where you can build games such as like Roblox. You can build games and Minecraft. So I started editing and like building around COVID time because I was inside all the time.
Yeah.
And because I had loads of ideas in my head to creating games, I decided to use Fortnite, which was popular at the time, to go create these maps. So I started building, and just idea after idea, I just build it. Like a couple I've made my own laser tag in Fortnite Creative. I've created a whole new storyline game based on a story I made up.
Yeah.
And all these stuff, I gradually just learnt. I gradually, as I played the game and also watching video tutorials, I've learned how to create my own stuff and not just rely on like the basics. So the more time and effort I put in was the more like I learnt to do it by myself.
It's an opportunity as well to join a big company to analyze a game or something like that. Tell us a bit about.
Yeah, during mine, I add myself onto this platform called Discord, and I decided to show a couple of my maps which I'd created, and it was on this big platform. I'm not sure what it was called, but there was these two developers who saw my creation and DM me on Discord and asked me if I wanted to test their game out and become a game tester. And I said yes, and I got into their special server and basically I tested out their game, and they haven't put it out just yet, but a lot of people have been entered into the thing as well, and like are helping out. So what I can really say is that I was like the top 10 people who were first added. Because right now there's about, I'd say like 5,000 people who are now
a lot of
who they've managed to get since it's been a year now. And I was like the first of the 5 people, so that's pretty amazing.
It is good. I mean, they saw something and they saw talent, but it shows that you put yourself out there as well to get recognised.
Yeah, the best thing to do is always try and put yourself out there, because you never know where opportunities could come out. So I was very lucky to have someone see my work, because I know how hard it is to try and I know how hard it is to try and get people to acknowledge what you can do. So just keep putting yourself out there for the right things.
Now, talk about creative activity and stuff like that. I mean, where did you get that top from? That's dope.
This, I don't know if you can see it here. This top I got here was made from one of my old friends called Caleb.
Okay.
And it was his brand. His brand is called War Baby. And if you wanna buy some more t-shirts or jumpers and tees and stuff, you can go on Google and type in War Baby dash TTEE Mill.
Okay. And he's another young person, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, so he's doing his thing and making cool tops, and that top is really nice, you know. And you know, you're representing
yeah, I thought I'd wear this
for your
top
friend
too.
as well, and that's good. Yeah.
Because he made his own website and designed it with his brother, the website.
Yeah.
So he's been selling his tops and t-shirts and stuff, which is really good.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing how young people can, you know, get these ideas and, you know, keep it going and trying to reach a good platform. And it seems like it's doing well, isn't it? It's selling quite well. So, guys, check it out. Check it out. I'm sure there's loads of different designs as well.
Yeah,
on
this
his
was my
website.
favourite one, which I decided to wear.
Which is nice. Yeah. So it just shows that, you know, guys, it's even if it's the smallest thing, work on it. You know, work on that that thing that you love, and it's good to actually pick something that you love, because if you pick something that you don't like, or if somebody else is doing it, it may not come out the same way. So you got to enjoy it, you got to be passionate about it to actually see that through.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I know you, Tiago, you got a big fan base, and the other day I took my son to like a small shopping centre, but they had a nice bridge, and he had a little fan base coming up to him because he was just practicing his dancing and just filming himself. And what I like to do after this as well, I'm going to post up one of my son's dancing videos. Guys, check it out. But yeah, he had little kids and, you know, coming up to him and everything. And it just shows that, you know, just being confident, going out there, showcasing yourself out there can bring other interests, people coming in and being inspired about it and all sorts. I mean, even tell us about that yourself, Diego.
Yeah. Last week? Yeah, last week. I decided to go to. My mum took me to this place where had this nice bridge and some lights and stuff, which she said I should dance at, and I basically put my tripod, which I have right now, and speaker, and started practicing some dancing and stuff to get some like the content for my Instagram. And while I was dancing, there was a couple kids close to my age who saw me dancing and went up to ask like what I do and stuff, and some asked like, oh, if I could be in a video and stuff like that. So I was kind of like surprised and like kind of, what's it called, like glad that they liked what I was doing and stuff, that they saw what I was doing and liked it. So while I was doing some of my dancing, they were like watching and saying that it was really.
It was good because that's the kind of boost that you needed. Just getting other people liking your things, knowing that you are doing well and you're dancing, you know, that's something. It's good for other young people to support other young people.
Yeah, also, whatever you're doing, just I know like it's very hard to have confidence to do these things because it's taken like even though some of the stuff like I do, some of the talents that I do requires like people watching and like judging by other people. So I've only like started to become more confident in like doing that myself. But just like, even though it's hard to be confident, just think of it as no one's watching, or like
just pause there. Yeah, continue.
it's just, I know how hard it is to like get confidence to do certain stuff. So best thing to do is take a breather, have like 10 seconds to think of what you're doing and just go for it. Because I wasn't always, even though I do dancing and acting, I'd still be scared to perform in front of small crowds of people who are new.
Yeah.
And like also with acting and singing, which I haven't mentioned, it took a while for me to like be able to do that more comfortably to do those things. So many people would see how confident I am in the moment, but also need to remember that it's not always what you see in the front side is what's going on. So even though I look confident in all those things, I was still kind of like a shy kid and stuff. So
It's true. Yeah. I mean, just putting my own story out there, I can relate to it because even when watching films, watching dance videos, it gives you more of that boost, that encouragement. And even you saying that about Step Up, back in my day, I remember watching Sister Act 2, which you watched the other day, Sister Act Back in the Habit. And that was about singing, that was about young people singing. And, even that by itself, that sort of inspired me. And also I carried that film, as the years went by, just, one film that, sorry, but yeah, just one, how can one film inspire you for the rest of your life? But it was that inspirational, it was that it resonated, it kept me engaged. And one line that that Whoopi Goldberg said in that was, if you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, wake up and pay attention. I mean, even that line just stuck out for me over the years. And even, even finishing my masters and everything, when I was doing my dissertation, that stuck with me, like, to carry on, because it's about not just being somebody, but just getting somewhere in your life, having that career and things like that. You do have to pay attention and also focus on that goal, focus on the prize. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and enough. What I'd also like to say is what I also like to say is with what was it?
It's okay. Take your time.
I was gonna mention something which people can improve on. Now I remember. I know that it's quite hard to like I know that it's quite hard to keep like.
It's all right. Can just say it how you want to say it. Don't think about it too much. Express it how you want to say it.
Something that I kind of like do a notice is that when wait, I'll start again. One of the things that I notice is stuff like movies, Instagram, social media and stuff. is that you mostly see the positive side of something.
Mm-hmm.
You see like the best take or the best picture.
Yeah.
We also like, you need to remember that to get to the point where you want to be is you need to do many takes, to not be afraid of failing or not messing up something.
Mm-hmm.
Which I struggled with for a bit, but I'm still working on.
Yeah.
Ways to remember that you always, whatever you're going to try and achieve, you'd always fail.
Mm-hmm.
So to don't be scared of fail. Don't be scared to fail on what you're doing. There's been many times where, even though I've mentioned all these achievements and stuff, there's been times where I may have been in a dance show and slipped on stage while doing a move, or I've forgotten a line and stood up and like was frozen and didn't know what to say.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I haven't done well in a test, there's every stepping stone. There's gonna be an obstacle, but you still have to go. It's better to try and fail than to try and never know if you'll be good enough or not.
This good statement. It's true. It's true.
Because it's, even though there may be some people out there who like to perfect many things.
Yeah.
And there can be like a time where you don't want to do something because you feel like you won't do it right or do it the way you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But it's best to try it anyway, even if you fail. It's a learning curve.
It's true. Like
in some of my dance videos, I haven't been like posting as much before, because I'd film a video but I'd be too critical and feel like it might not do well. But right now I'm starting to learn to just, even if it fails, it's a learning curve. The more you try, the more you learn from your mistakes. So right now because I've listened to that advice, I'm starting to become more consistent in what I'm doing in dance and other aspects. So you need to, best thing to do is try the thing even if I fail. Because when you learn from those mistakes.
And that's good advice, because, talk about perfect, you ain't always going to get the perfect shot straight away. And it's true, people don't know what you do in order to make that perfect shot. How much work goes behind that. Sorry guys, we got a bit of technical issues as well. So people don't really see how much effort and how much work goes behind the scenes. So it goes behind the scenes. So it's like when they're watching that video, or watching that that creative product that you probably made, they don't realize how much hours, how much work you put in, how much sleepless nights, how much stress, how much times you thought you couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So there's always that side where, okay, you've had your low moments, you've had your times where you didn't feel like, you weren't confident or having the strength to literally finish the product. But the fact that you kept it going and you got there in the end, and the finishing product you put on Instagram or any kind of platform like that, it just shows that and there's many people out there who's probably hasn't finished, or who's willing to give up because they can't get that perfect take. But what you're saying also is that it's okay, just keep trying, And that's good advice for young people as well, to not give up on their dreams or anything like that in order to get somewhere. You know, as you said, you're gonna, if you don't first succeed, try again. So yeah, that's some good words. I don't know, my son's very shy. But yeah, is there anything else that, you know, you want to talk about to the young people or anything like that?
I'd say probably another good thing to do is try and stay productive, because when you stop being productive, you start to not work on your goals. So the more you stay productive, like write a timetable or something throughout the day to help you achieve the stuff like you want to do. If you want to watch TV for 2 hours, and then maybe create a timetable so you can watch TV for 2 hours, do your homework for an hour, to eat and other stuff. And also one thing which can also help with the stuff you want to achieve is this thing called manifesting, which I got told by a family member, is to write three things which you like about yourself or what you have. Write three things which you are grateful for in a book, and do that every day. Every three things which you're grateful for, and to say also what you want to occur in your life.
Just pause there for a minute. Yeah, thanks.
To write three things you're grateful for. So write three things. It could be running water, having a roof over your head, being able to go to school, because many people may not be able to go to school in certain countries. And by doing that, and also mentioning how everything which you like about yourself, what you can do, can put you in a more positive mood to go and do those things. It makes you more energetic, and to also not try and say so much bad things about yourself, or like mention certain words, because words have power and meaning. So the more good things you say about yourself and talk about what you want, the more like your energy would like it will make it easier to obtain it. The more you say negative things about yourself, the more that will come true, in a sense.
Which is true. I mean, even saying affirmations to yourself every morning, and even looking in the mirror and saying it to yourself, having that mirror up to you, facing the person who you are every day, and do that as repetition. Say that every day to yourself can encourage you. And I get what you mean by when you're saying if you're going to keep being negative and stuff like that, you can actually hold that inside of you. You can actually I'm trying to look for the best word to say it, but kind of dwell on that sort of energy. If you get what I mean. I'm trying to look for the perfect word, so that may not have been the right way to say it. But it's really important to train your brain, if anything, because as you said, words are powerful. You know, words. If you speak that into the universe as well, you know, just like speaking negatively in the universe, all of that energy and all that kind of actions that you put out there can also come back to you as well.
Can I say
Yeah, that's fine.
Another thing which about words, there's this video and experiment done by scientists where they had three different pots filled with water. I'm not sure if it was plants or rice, but I think it was plants. And what they did was every day they'd go to the first plant and say loads of good things about it, saying how nice it is. You might think it's funny, but saying all the
I don't
good
think
things.
it's funny, but I hear where you're coming from.
They did that for 30 days. The second plant full of water, they're all the same plants. They said loads of negative stuff, how bad it was, negative things. And the third one, they said nothing to it. And after 30 days, they noticed the plant or the rice water, the one which had positive things said to it, that grew, like it flourished and was very healthy. The one that said negative things to you was starting to have the water change colour, and the plant wasn't growing as well. And the one that said nothing to you was like in the middle. It was just like normal, but the one that said positive things started growing much healthier. So that was a scientist experiment, which was done about say 3 times.
Okay. So I'm which is interesting, but I'm trying to think about not putting down your scientific thing. So how about the plants that you plant in your garden but you don't say anything to and they still flourish? What kind of techniques did they use on that to improve that, the flower growing beautiful? Did they use the right soil, the right water?
They used the same thing with each experiment.
So they use the same thing for each experiment. So what was different?
One had positive words being said to it every day.
So it was down to the energy that you've sort of connected with the plant, sort of that kinetic energy.
It's
sort of electronic.
I'm not sure what type of energy. It's some type of energy, a blatant science, but that type of stuff made that plant grow. The one which was negative had negative energy, negative words to it. Didn't like let it grow as well. I'm not sure what the video is called, but I should be able to find it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch as well. So that's even talked about how, not coming off the subject, but how climate change is today, how we are, everyone is contributing to climate change. Like if you put positive things out there to help the earth grow, and not putting negative things out there, even down to actions and everything, then certain living things will not be destroyed. Like you got the sea, you got plants, you got trees, rainforests, all those kind of different things. So it's really important. Actions and words is really important to the environment.
Yeah, that's what I started learning about over past couple months. That's how I found out. So you involve the words you say to yourself you'd think, there's just nothing that actually affect you in the end goal.
So because sometimes it can't be helped. Some, you know yourself, Tiago. There's times you're gonna have a bad day. There's times where you're really gonna have a bad day. Your colleague, your friends. It might not even be your friends. It could be other students. It could be your boss. May get out. Yeah, it could be just the work itself. It could be just a day that you're not feeling too good. It could be something serious happened in your life. There will always be something that may trigger off a bad day. I mean, what would you say to try and bring that around in order for someone to have a positive day? What it's okay if you can't answer it, but what would your best advice would be? How do you deal with that yourself as well?
I'll start with the first one. For actions, say if something bad is going on and your actions throughout the day could be that you could be tormented and you might want to fight someone, or you might say something bad. An acronym I learned as a young kid is the thing called the STOP acronym, which the STOP acronym is basically something it starts with S for stop, which is stop. T stands for think. O stands for options, and P stands for proceed with the right choice. So if ever you're thinking to do something bad or like harm or like affect someone else in a certain way, or like even just objects, you're ready to throw something, best thing to do would to remember that STOP acronym, which is S stop, T think, O options, and P proceed with the right choice. Meaning options, should I really say this thing to this person? Should I really fight this person? Or should I maybe like have self-control, or to not, is this the right choice to do, and then proceed with the right one?
I mean, that's a good way. Even you're teaching me something as well. Like, that's a good way of putting things in a healthy way, and just going about your life. Just stop and think, is it necessary? What are the consequences and stuff like that? And that, that's a good term or motto to use, or quote that you can use.
You also start to realize when you practice that many times, because I don't really say it anymore. But it might come up in my head that the stuff which you're about to get mad about is whatever you're gonna do is not really gonna resolve it. So it will, by doing that, you realize that it's not gonna make anything better.
It's just true. So you're saying that doing that will make it worse, or the situation's still going to be there?
The situation will be there, but your emotions won't break out. You have self-control to stop yourself from doing something drastic. Say I know teachers and stuff always show the representation like a paper ball or something. If you have the paper and you crush it up without thinking, then when you try and open it up, you can't fix it, it's permanent, unless you have some iron presser. But if you're about to crunch it up and then you stop what you're about to do and then you think, and I guess it's not permanent. Once you do that thing 50-50, you may regret it, and then the other 50 is I did that thing, but what has it solved? It hasn't done anything better, and it hasn't done anything worse, or it could have done something worse.
I mean, very interesting, and I mean, we can even do a whole LizTalks about stuff like that, like feeding positive words back to to you as a person or to others, or what you put out in the universe. I mean, they say that there's the laws of attraction, and I've done a video about that as well. So, but it can also go into more positive words. What you put out there is what you attract. But also there's different ways in how to do it, and you even showed us a brand new way that you can utilize another method of doing something. And that's really good. I might try that myself. But yeah, I mean, is there anything that you want to leave the viewers out there, young people, even older people, who are still trying to achieve their goals, but just haven't had the chance to probably get that that career or that dream off the ground, or they've been put down? It's anything like that. Was there anything you want to say to viewers out there?
I mean, I've said it before, and I guess I can say it for older people as well, is to even though one of the things many people say is that they're busy. I've said a couple of times I'm too busy to dance, or too busy to sing. Like I stopped. I used to do singing from a young age till up to year 6, and when I went into secondary I stopped because my voice got deeper.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, oh, I'll start singing like next week.
Yeah.
But I kept like procrastinating, and it lasted. I didn't sing for like a whole year till year 8. So the best thing is you need to try and stop procrastinating, because even though you may be saying you're busy, that could also just be something to say to put you at comfort. Meaning, like, whatever you want to try and do, you might say you're busy, but you would use that time to maybe watch a show, or like do nothing for like an hour. So
distractions.
Yeah, those like distractions. Try and have like a thought process of like in the middle of it, of like, oh, I could be doing this, and maybe just when you get that thought, if you can, just go for it and try it and start practicing.
Yeah.
Just don't. The more you procrastinate, the more harder it is to start, which I'm still trying to do. It is hard to do, to not procrastinate, but the more you do that thing, you realize, oh, I shouldn't have wasted this time.
Yeah.
And stuff. So for maybe the older people, your time is now, and the younger people, your time is now.
I mean, I couldn't even say any better. It's true that, you know, the time is now. And thank you for that, Tiago. Thank you for joining me today. I know it's Tiago's first time doing live. I know I've done it a few times, but even I still get nervous and shy and stuff like that. But it's just good to just hear another young person speak on what they've been through, and any tips that they can give as well. You know, that's really important. I mean, what's your Instagram title? So if anybody wanted to follow you, where can they reach you at, or see your creative stuff, your dance, anything like that?
My main page where I do my dance videos is called Tiago Tiger 888, and I'll type in the chat right now. So that's where I do my dance videos and stuff, and it's where I mostly post. So if anyone wants to follow that and see the stuff I do, you can just follow that one.
Okay. So I'll also put that in the link. Actually, when I post your video after this, then I'll put that in the link to follow you on Instagram as well. And I know that you're my son, and I'm not just saying that you're good because you're my son, but I see talent and I see that you are good, and that's why I try and push you also as a mom, that, you know, keep doing what you're doing, keep doing what you love. If that's what you're passionate about, go for it, you know. We also have a plan B, and I know you like creating games and stuff like that, so you've got many talents.
If anyone wants to ask me like more questions on like what I do, you can ask me questions or like advice. You can ask me on my Instagram and stuff, because I most likely replying. I usually like help people with stuff if they need help. So
or even on
kids or stuff.
Even under this video as well. But you know, keep it appropriate and clean, guys. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's been really fun today. I wasn't trying to make it too much into an interview. So I know you're probably thinking, oh, you're against the wall. But yeah, I'll bring my son back on here again, Tiago. He will come in and he will have more talks with me in the future and everything, guys. So there'll be more talks like this. If you like what you see today, guys, please like and subscribe, and please share the video as well. As I said, I will post Tiago's video of his dancing. Please check it out. Please like the video as well. Share his video as well. And yeah, thank you for listening.
Yeah, I also forgot, if anyone wants to buy anything from my friend's brand, I can type it here now as well, to support my friend. So my friend has many different shirts. I've got the one called Drip, so if anyone wants to buy any, you can just find it there.
And thank you for that, Tiago. Tiago supporting a friend, and that's really good. We need more support for young people, supporting each other. So thank you, guys. And as I said, we'll do more talks like this in the future. Stay tuned, and if anything, guys, I will see you next Monday. Have a good evening, guys.